Welcome to Sacred Caregiving. My name is Barbara, and I just wanted to jump on here and tell you guys that you have to give yourself grace as a caregiver, that you're not going to be perfect, that you just do the best that you can do at any moment in time, especially when you're learning new tasks. This was something that just came up for me because I just had to learn a new caregiving task for myself of giving myself insulin. And the first couple of times that I did it, it's like one of those little insulin pens. And like the first couple of times that I did it, I gotta tell you, it was a disaster. Now I can laugh about it. There was when I thought I was injecting myself, but I didn't actually have a lancet in because I didn't realize that you needed a lancet. So all that lovely expensive insulin went down my abdomen instead of into my bloodstream. Then there was a second time when I tried to give it to myself and I didn't realize that there was 2 caps to the lancet, and figuring out how to put the lancet on, and then figuring out like how deep you needed to go with giving yourself insulin. Now, mind you, I had watched my grandma give herself insulin with the penlet in her 90s. I had given, injectable insulin where you actually had to draw up the amount of insulin to my diabetic cat several years ago. So I wasn't a total novice, but all of that previous knowledge went out the window when it was time to give it to myself, when it came to doing it those first couple of times. And I was getting frustrated with myself, and I was just like, ugh, why can't I get this? And finally, I just kind of had to take a step back and go, okay, calm down. Let's just take this step by step and go over everything that we've learned, through trial and error, mostly error at that point. And I was finally able to sort of get my rhythm going with the process of giving myself insulin every night. So, give yourself grace, have patience with yourself when you're learning new tasks. I can remember like when I first started as a professional personal care aide, and they basically just sent me into the home and said, here's the list of tasks that you need to complete and the number of hours you have to complete them, and go. No instruction, no nothing. Like, my clients were literally telling me how they wanted their laundry folded, where I was to do their laundry, like how they wanted their floor swept, how they wanted their dishes done, all of those things. And they were all surprised that like I hadn't been given instruction in this. So yeah, give yourself time, give yourself grace to do this. Are you going to do it perfectly? No, we're humans. We are imperfectly perfectly made. And what I mean by that is we are perfectly made to be imperfect, to learn. So, with that being said, I realize that I have been imperfect in consistently posting on YouTube lately. Part of that is because I'm still battling the upper respiratory infection, and my right ear is still plugged, so it's still hard for me to hear myself. I don't know if I'm being like really loud on this video or not. And of course, with the holidays, everything is just kind of all over the place right now. So what I will say is, rather than having a lack of integrity and saying that I'm going to post and then not post, what I will say is that come the new year, I am standing for posting more consistently on social media for all of the caregivers out there, for building and strengthening a community of caregivers where we support each other, where we can share stories with each other, where we can share like tips and tricks that we've learned along the way, so that people who might be in a similar situation can go back and look and say, oh, look, you know, I'm having to, for example, give a bath or assist a person with a bath. How the heck do I do this? Or I'm dealing with somebody with dementia, and this is happening. What do I do? And we can support each other and say, hey, this is what I did. This is something that worked for me. Maybe you can try it, see if it works for you. Maybe take it and adapt it. Because there's no cookie cutter answer for caregiving. What works for somebody may not work for somebody else. But if we know what doesn't work, then we're one step closer to knowing what does work. So, with that being said, I will try to at least make these quick videos on social media through the end of the year, just talking about random stuff that comes up with me with caregiving. And if you guys have any ideas for what we should discuss in the new year, drop your comments down below or post on the Facebook page, or shoot me a private message on Facebook and let me know what you guys would like to discuss, topics that you want to hear about in the new year about caregiving. In the meantime, thank you for being a caregiver. Thank you for watching. Being a caregiver truly is sacred work.